you? What up? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Today's video is another video where we are testing new makeup here on this channel. The month is not even over yet, but there are so many new launches, particularly in the blush category. Every single brand seems to be copying each other, or perhaps they're not copying. Perhaps this is just a trend, but there's a lot of blush and I'm not sure exactly how to go about testing it all. As you can see, there's no makeup on my face just yet, but we are gonna go with the flow. We're gonna make it work as we always do, and by we I mean me, but you get my drift. All right, let's get into this video. Remember to subscribe if you aren't already, if it's your first time here. Notification bell for Wednesdays and Sundays videos. And now let's get into it. Testing new makeup. Yet again, it's what we do here. It's what you guys like to see. So let's get started. All right, so I've got a few new primers from L'Oreal. Prime Lab Advanced Derm Primers. So all of these offer different types of solutions. We have a dullness reducer with niacinamide. We have a pore minimizer with AHA, BHA. We also have a mattifier with salicylic acid and a redness eraser. I kind of want to layer them just because I have a lot of these issues. I have redness because of my constellation over here on my cheek. And generally speaking, I feel like I get a lot of redness on my cheeks and not so much around the mouth, but all over the face. So I could definitely use this. I could definitely use the pore minimizer, and I could use the matte setter because I'm oily. The way that I would layer that is probably with the pore minimizer first, just in my pore zones, which is like around the nose and in the inner cheek area. Next, I'm gonna go in with the redness eraser. I feel like the pore minimizer not only minimized the pores, but it also mattified. It mattimized everything. So now I'm gonna use a little bit of this Red Correct, perhaps on the forehead, kind of just all over. I remember back in the beginning of my makeup days, Patrick Starr taught me how to layer primers. I remember this. I was complaining to him about my skin, about how makeup doesn't last, and then he taught me to layer Makeup Forever primers. So I feel like this particular primer is actually trying to copy the Makeup Forever primer just a little bit with all the ingredients and promises and things like that. So I think this will be good for that. Although I'm not really layering it on my forehead. Wow, this is indeed very, very green. Not only is it minimizing my redness, but it's also giving my face a very green-white cast. I see it. Don't know if I love it. I feel like with the redness correctors, a lot of the green tone is a little bit too pastel-y, so it only works for a certain type of skin tone, the lightest one. But for anything medium to deep, it's just not gonna work. It's gonna look a little too pastel-y. I feel like there needs to be a redness corrector that is, I guess, a little bit more on the fleshy tone, but with that olive, very olive undertone. That would probably work a little bit better because this pastel-y, let's face it, it's just not working. But I'm gonna make it work. I'm attempting to look good today, even though I'm testing makeup. It's Friday, I film my Sundays videos on Fridays. You know, I wanna do something fun today. I have no plans just yet, but I wanna make some plans, and I don't wanna redo my makeup. My skin is going through a moment right now. It did break out after that last testing new makeup video. There was a couple of products in there that just did not agree with my skin. So sadly, I am paying the consequences right now with all the acne scars and post-acne marks. All right, so now that I've done all that, I feel like I don't really need the matte setter. I'll save this for another video. I don't really have the need for the dullness reducer. So I feel like with the pore minimizer and the redness eraser, I am doing just fine. All right, next up, we've got foundation. Or should I do a little bit of the underpainting technique first? I think I should do that. All right, so I've got a number of cream, liquid, and even powder blushes from various brands, but because I'm building up my makeup, I'm gonna start with creams first. First, we have a new product from the brand SAIE. I just went to their event last night and they sent me these Glow Sculpt blush bronzers and highlighters. Essentially, they're all considered to be in the cream blush category, but they offer different tones, highlighter tones, and also blush shades. So I'm gonna do just a little bit of bronzing and underpainting with this shade Bronze Glow. I wore a different shade last night to their party, which was, by the way, at a JACLYN, and it was such a cool event. I did document it on my TikTok and also on my IG stories, but on TikTok is where it still lives. So I'm gonna just add a little bit of this to the perimeter of my face. This is very bronzy and very glowy. What I like about this brand is that they are clean, they are sustainable, and that makes me feel good about what I'm putting on my face. This is very subtle, but very, very, very beautiful. It blends really easily, gives me a nice glow. It's not really sticking to any of my scars or peeling skin. In fact, I think it looks pretty seamless. I'm gonna add a little bit of that underneath my cheekbone, just to sort of hug the cheek. Ooh, too much. Not too bad, not too bad at all. Made in Italy, by the way. I'm gonna use another shade for highlighting, and the shade that I'm gonna go for is Quartz Glow. Quartz Glow, if you didn't hear that over my Uber notification. I'm gonna just dip my finger into that. And this is the shade. I'm gonna add a little bit of luminosity right on top of the cheekbone. I wore this shade last night on my chest and on my collarbone. It was really, really pretty. Oh man, that looks really lovely. Imagine if I didn't have all the spots. This would probably look really great on just bare skin. Oh yeah, this is stunning. All right, I'm gonna leave that, add that for now. I really do like this color, Peach Glow, but I think I'll try this separately or at a different time. For now, I want to show you this new liquid blush from NARS that got me so hyped for some reason. I've got a lot of PR packages over here that I need to sift through, but this from NARS is so cute. Look at these little blushes. There's 6 shades altogether. I just love the packaging. It's so chic. It's so modern yet classic with the gold touch. There's all these different colors, like purple and peach. There's familiar names like Dolce Vita and Orgasm, but I want to go for something a little bit different. This Wanderlust purple, for some reason, is really speaking to me. I don't know if this is gonna look good with this. Ooh, I don't know if this is gonna look good with this. Maybe I should stick to a peachy shade, but I am gonna try this on the back of my hand. This is so lovely. Okay, I'm gonna go for shade Brazen. This looks a little bit safer, like a peachy orange. I'm gonna dab that to the center of my cheeks. On camera, this looks pretty pigmented, like the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Liquid Blushes, but I think this is a lot sheer considering how it blended out. Almost like a stain. I'm thinking I'm gonna quickly buff that in. Yeah, you see how it has this beautiful transparency to it? And I definitely didn't need to apply as much as I did, but I really just wanted to see what will happen. I love the fact that you could still see everything else peeking through. So it's not covering up the bronzer or the highlighter. And it's just offering this nice like juiciness to the cheek. So stunning. So stunning. Wow. I think I'm gonna like this product. I'm a big fan of highly pigmented blushes, but I feel like there's a time and a place for something that's sheer. It just looks so fresh and it looks just a little bit more wearable, a little bit easier on the skin, you know? But I did just get a PR package from Rare Beauty containing all of their blushes, and you already know this is probably, not probably, but definitely my favorite product from Rare Beauty thus far. I love these blushes so much, and to be able to have this collection is really awesome because I love so many of their shades, yet there are so many shades that I have not yet tried. So this is really, really nice, and I'm gonna save this for another video because I'm well familiar with these. This is not a new product, but it looks like they also included a brush, which is really nice. I love that brush. I've got more cream blushes that also double as bronzers from Iconic London, and they're called Kissed by the Sun. There's also, looks like 5 or 6 different shades. I'm just gonna show you these, but I will save these for another video. This is what they look like. Kind of a hybrid between a cream and a powder, but all of these are metallic. Also, we've got more cream blushes. From Yensa Beauty, we have their Silk Cream Blush. There's also about 6 or 7 shades, actually 8. And these kind of remind me of the Fenty Beauty blushes, though I haven't actually tried them, but the ingredients sound really nice. They call it the Power of 8: black tea, black sesame oil, shiitake mushroom, black seaweed, chia seed, black raspberry, and nettle black rice. Wow. So Yensa Beauty was founded by Jennifer Yen, so it is an AAPI owned brand, and it is still AAPI month. We are still in May, and I really want to give these a try. I've heard great things about this brand, but it's my first time receiving PR from them. It's my first time trying their products, although I was supposed to go to a dinner with them and I couldn't make it, so I'm just excited to get my hands on this and do all the investigation. Last but not least, we have new blushes and new blush palettes from Catrice. Looks like these are powder, and there's a number of them. These are called Air Blush Glow. So I'm assuming that this is like a satiny or like a slightly shimmery powder blush. And finally, I know I am not done. I told you there's a lot of blush. There's like so many blush launches, and I feel like it was the same with my previous video. There were so many blushes that I was testing out, and I'm still testing out. I know I have a lot of cheek real estate, but not that much. And the last, final blush launch for the month is from JACLYN Cosmetics. We have a monochromatic moment with these powder blushes that actually are matte blushes that match JACLYN's hydrating lip oils. And there's some new hues, and I think I am gonna put this to use after I apply my foundation. So that is that. So for foundation today, let's stick to something simple, something that I'm familiar with. I'm gonna go with the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation SPF 15 and apply it all over the face on top of all of this. Just a couple of pumps here and there. I'm gonna add a little bit of my LANCOME Genifique Fudge, of course, onto my face, not onto my shirt. I'm gonna buff that into the skin. I've been liking this method of cleaning up my bronzer and my blush with my foundation, just applying it underneath and then gently blending it up. It's kind of like a underpainting method slash reverse contour, if you will. Is it me? Or is this foundation a little light? So confused, I hadn't gotten any sun. All right, foundation is on. And now for my concealer, I am finally reaching for that Bobbi Brown concealer that I had been talking about for a month now. It's just been chilling here on my table, and I definitely want to put it to good use. I have two shades, shade beige and also shade natural. Natural looks a little bit more yellow to me, whereas beige has a pinch more pinkiness. So I'm gonna use the beige, the pinky, under my eye. Ooh, that is a very interesting doe foot applicator. I'm gonna have to show you a close-up because it is peculiar. It looks like a tongue if you were to make straw out of it. I'm gonna start with a little bit at a time, and then I'm gonna use a dense dome brush. This one is from Real Techniques. I'm gonna blend it out. Oh, this concealer feels very concentrated, like much more concentrated than I was anticipating. It has a matte finish, and it is pretty pigmented. Not sure how it'll wear, but it's Bobbi Brown, so I'm assuming good things. I'm gonna apply the tiniest amount to the outer corner. Don't want to cover up the glow. Like I said, this is pigmented, and this is matte. Almost feel like blending this one out with a finger is a better idea than blending it out with a brush. And just because this is a product that really does need to be warmed up, but not to say that I'm having trouble. It is pretty intuitive, I will say. And it's not caking up. It's not really bunching up in my dry acne patches here. That's pretty good. Wow. Okay. Impressive. I am impressed. I'm going to use the other shade natural, not beige, in between my eyebrows because I don't want to be beige there. And this one is a little bit more on the yellow side. Oh, this is very yellow. Perhaps too yellow for what I was going for. But man, this really does cover everything. But in order for it to not look heavy or makeup-y, I'm thinking that this little pat down with a finger is a necessary step. Otherwise, you can just like see the layer of makeup sitting on top. Skin is looking quite clean, quite fresh. I'm gonna take my Jones Road by Bobbi Brown The Woman pencil, the face pencil, shade 9. And I'm gonna cover up these two stars of the show. And look, I'm not complaining about my skin. I love the skin that I'm in. What do you think of my makeup so far?
Nice.
You like it?
Very natural.
What do you think of the skin?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, because it has like a glowy but matted look, which I like. I don't like glossy glow. I like matted glow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you Swatch Model for the input. I always love his perspective because he's very, very honest. He never really BS's. If he doesn't like something, he'll tell me. Most of the time he does like my makeup. My outfits, not so much, because it's not for him to enjoy. Acai and chocolate. All right, I'm gonna quickly set the under eye. Dominique Cosmetics Rosita. But I did just see that One Size came out with a pink powder and I need it and I will get my hands on it. Sorry, Rosita, but I keep going back and forth between the One Size and the Dominique Cosmetics setting powders for the under eye. Like, I truly love them both, but this pink one from Dominique has my heart at the moment. It is just so fresh. And I know it's sold out everywhere for a good reason because it's a good product. But if the pink powder from One Size is as good as the translucent version, then this might be a competitor for Rosita. Because truly, I couldn't tell you which one I like more. But I will say that they have absolutely replaced my Laura Mercier. I still have a big, giant jug of the Laura Mercier somewhere around here, but I hardly reach for it anymore just because I prefer the One Size and the Dominique Cosmetics over the Laura Mercier. Ah, here it is. And the Laura Mercier has been my trusty one for years. This has been my go-to setting powder for like as long as I can remember. But not no more. It's still good. It's still good and I can't complain. For the rest of my face, I'm gonna go back to the basics. Essence 16-hour cover and last. I'm telling you, this one is a dupe for Charlotte and it is like $5 or $6, so a no-brainer. Shade Macadamia is what I use. That one is always sold out, so if you can get your hands on it, get your hands on a few shades. Yeah, I'm hitting pan on this one. This is such a legitimate powder too. This is a Wayne Gloss brush, which is smaller than my Jones Road brush, but that one's dirty, so I'm just using this one, which is like a long time fave. This makeup is looking really, really clean. Next, Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. I'm gonna use the original brush, but remember there's also Haley's. Haley's Kabuki brush, they sent me an extra one. I'm gonna set the pore zones. This side of the face is looking good. This side of the face is the broken out one, so not as good, but we can help it look a little better. Here we go. Time for the JACLYN blushes. Looks like we have 5 shades and also 5 shades of the lip oils, but I'm gonna leave the lip oils alone for now. I wanna go for something peachy, but we do have a lavender, we have a pink, we have a peach, tangerine, and a bronze. I'm gonna go for the peach. I said I wanted something peachy, I'm going for peachy. Oh, why do we have all this real estate around the blush? We could have saved a lot of space by making this compact a lot tighter and a lot smaller. I'm not sure why this was necessary, but all right, I guess I'll go with it. Color looks pretty, but that's just the first thing that I noticed. There's a lot of package here, and this is cardboard, so I'm not sure we needed that. Actually, I am sure we did not need that, but let's see. All right, I picked up a little bit of color. It is really nice. No complaints so far. It's kind of reminding me a little bit of my favorite Too Faced Cloud Crush blush. And this is very soft and smooth. It is very pigmented. And I like that for me because my skin is oily and it tends to suck up the blush at the end of the day. I'm someone who needs pigment, I guess. If I want my blush to last, if I want it to show up, I need to make sure that there's pigment. This is a really pretty color. Kind of a mix of pink and peach, so very, very flattering. And I will say it is very compatible with everything else that I'm wearing on the face. It does not look patchy at all. It's not highlighting any of my imperfections, bumps, pores, or texture. In fact, it is very, very smooth. And I noticed that dimethicone is the 3rd ingredient in this, so that's what makes it particularly smooth. So far, so good. I like it. And I definitely got my eyes on that lavender. I want to try out the lavender next. Okay, next up, let's reach for that Catrice. Forgot to mention there's also cream stick blushes in here, but what I'm actually interested in right now is this palette, Summer Obsession Bronzer Blush Highlighter Palette. I like these types of palettes because they're really easy to travel with, and I do have some summer plans, some travel plans, and I'm just looking for easy type of makeup that includes everything. This one does look a little bit lighter on the spectrum, and this shade is probably something that I would contour with because it is very, very subtle, so it'll work for me, but it definitely won't work for anyone who's darker than me. So I'm not sure if there's more of these, like different skin tone categories, if this is like a light or a medium, but there should be, because this is definitely for one skin tone or one skin tone family only. All right, let's try this lighter tone bronzer. Not sure if I could see that. Yeah, nah, I can't see it. Okay, I'm gonna try the slightly deeper tone. Yeah, no. This is a little bit on the too light for me side and kind of reddish actually, weird. Almost looks like I smiled and my lip liner transferred. I don't like it. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like the color. Let me see how it'll look on my nose. Better on the nose. Better on the nose for sure. I don't know if I have a use for it, sadly. Okay, gonna go ahead and try one more color from this palette. The highlighter. Highlighter is definitely not bad. Subtle, but pretty. Good for every day. But I have so many of these that I don't know if I'll keep this. This was just okay. Keeping it real. Alrighty, let's move on. I have something really cool from DANESSA MYRICKS, and it is the new Chrome Flakes, just in time for Pride Month, which is June. In a world focused on labels, I want us to stay focused on love. Yes, DANESSA. My dream is to continue to build a world of beauty with no boundaries where every face has a space. Love is love, so spread love. It's the DANESSA MYRICKS beauty way. Oh, I love her so much. Okay, so you guys probably remember the Infinite Chrome Flakes in the shade Pride from last year. Perhaps from 2 years ago, I'm not sure. But now there is a new shade, and that is what I want to test out. It is called By Pride. Of course, I'll show you both of these side by side, but what I was particularly interested in is doing a quick little graphic liner moment. So I'm gonna grab DANESSA's liquid liner, which I've been enjoying lately. I've been using it a lot, and just gonna quickly line my lids. I'm gonna go a little bit thicker than I normally do because I want to put the Chrome Flakes on top. Like that, small little wing, but thicker. I'm gonna wait for that to dry, do the other eye. Yeah, kind of like that. So now I'm gonna dip a brush into the By Pride Chrome Flakes. I need a tiny little brush, so I'm gonna use this one from Laura Lee Los Angeles, number L20. Oh my god, this is so stunning. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up just a little bit and I am gonna start placing that right on top of my liner. So DANESSA has many different versions of this chrome flake topper, if you will, but this one is my favorite because it's set in liquid, so it's a lot easier to use. I will say you need a very precise brush. But man, oh man, this just looks so cool. It is the prettiest color combo of blue and purple and teal and green. I am just obsessed with it. I'm gonna take a clean brush, like a clean angled brush, maybe a little bit of micellar water on it. I'm gonna clean up what I messed up here on top. Just move it out of the way. So easy to do. And boom! Woo! So good. So let me do the other eye. The key here is obviously to make sure that the liquid liner is waterproof and that it is totally set, meaning that it's solid and it's dry, and then apply this right on top. Oh, so good. I am obsessed. I'm obsessed. I needed this in my life. I need to go somewhere. I need to get compliments. I'm ready. Just need to clean up right here. Boom. Not my mirror just falling on the floor, but not cracking, thank God. Okay. I am just really impressed. I love this. I love how it looks. It's so unexpected, yet fun and fresh and cool. I feel cool. And I've got a couple more cool things to test out, but I do want this liner to dry before I move on to the mascara, so I might as well test out the new LUNAR Beauty lipsticks and lip liners. I'm so excited for these. There's 8 new shades. These are traditional lipsticks, but they look so beautiful. Gonna show you close-ups. I was just so eager to get my hands on these. Oh my gosh. And I've got a card here somewhere with all the different colors. Here we go. Here's Manny with the models, and here are all the shades. So it's a creamy matte formula, $20 each, 8 new shades, and we also have 8 new lip pencils at $14 each. And the lip pencils and the lipsticks are actually matching colors. So I wanna go for the shade Blushing. It just looks really pretty, peachy pink, and a little bit nudie. So that's what I am going to locate. And, okay, hi, this is really luxy, Mr. Manny. You guys, it's a button. This is so cool. And the lipstick itself is so stunning. It's got all these different constellations. Constellations just like on my cheek, but these are all connected. Ah, stunning. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Inserting a close-up. And see, I already have my lips lined, but that's okay. I'm just gonna test the quality and the texture of this pencil. Very creamy, very soft. It kind of reminds me of the Rare Beauty lip pencils. Ooh, love. And now let's go for this beautiful shade, Blushing. Ooh, I don't even wanna play with it. So pretty. Smells nice. There's a nice, very subtle scent. Ooh yeah. I like that it's got that traditional lipstick feel. It's a little bit drier than I was expecting, but it feels just like any traditional lipstick. And the fact that it's a matte, I understand why it's a little bit drier, but the pigment is there and the color is stunning. All right, I'm gonna try to grab another shade, perhaps the shade Cocoa, or maybe the shade, I was gonna say maybe the shade Icon, but the Icon only exists in the lipstick form, and Cocoa would be a standalone color in the lip liner, which is a brown. Okay, let me find it. Here's Cocoa. I'm gonna do just like a little bit of a lip contour. Okay, I love the shade Cocoa. It is perfect. It is that perfect 90s brown, and it is very pigmented. I definitely did not need to outline my entire mouth, but I kind of wanted to. I'm gonna take a little brush, this one from Sigma, the firm shader, and just blend that in a little bit. Oh yeah, perfect, that's what I was going for. Like a slightly contoured, but still natural look. Gonna add a little bit more of this Blushing shade. So pretty. And I gotta say, I am loving my look. I am loving my look. Oh, one last final product that I want to test out, and it is from LYS Beauty, and it is their new clean mascara. If there's any brand I wanted to see a mascara launch from, it is from LYS Beauty, from my girl Tisha, who used to be the product development person for Pure. She's the one who was responsible for their 100 shades of foundation, and so she now has her own line at Sephora, and I am so here for this mascara. All right, let me quickly do a little crimp, a little curl of the lash, if you will. Though I don't think I'm gonna do this mascara any justice, because not only is my liner thick and heavy, it is also crazy chromatic, so it'll be hard to compete with this. I'm definitely gonna apply this mascara to my bottom lashes as well, just so I can serve it some justice, you know? All right, let's do it. Oh, a non-gimmicky wand. I'm so excited. Okay, I like that the wand picks up enough product that you are able to see it. I'm not sure how well you guys can appreciate it on camera through my liner. Okay, one coat, and let's do a bottom coat. Ooh, not sure if this will smudge, but I will definitely be testing it out. This makeup looks so good. I'm definitely wearing it out and about. Ooh, and with that second coat of mascara, these lashes just popped off. I like that the formula feels weightless. Cute. I think you need a close-up here. Okay, this is really hard to appreciate, even with the close-up camera, so I'm gonna have to turn to the side. What do we think? I'll tell you what I think. I think this might be my most favorite makeup outcome of all of my latest trials, though I can't say that every single product was like a love at first sight, but for the most part this was a really pleasant experience. I really enjoyed putting everything together. I like the way that my complexion looks. Specifically, I really like the blush slash bronzer slash highlighter area. Everything here just looks really clean and really profesh. I like it, and this is the type of face that I would typically feel comfortable going outside with, even though I'm testing a whole bunch of new makeup, but I have a feeling that this will look good for hours, though I'm not so certain about the mascara. With that said, there were a couple of products here that were a little bit boring, perhaps not full-on blunders, but just not something that I'll reach for again, like this bronzer blush highlighter palette from Catrice. It just felt very blah, nothing too interesting. But outside of that, I think everything has performed really well. I really enjoyed the SAIE highlighter and bronzer, and I will be testing out the blush next. I really am intrigued with these new NARS liquid blushes. I love how sheer and transparent they are. They still show your skin, and they just feel a little bit different from everything else that we've seen before, so that I definitely like. I'm here for the DANESSA MYRICKS Chrome Flakes, the new shade. I'm really intrigued by the Lunar Beauty lipsticks and the lip liner. I feel like they remind me of traditional lipsticks, but with just a modern twist to them, with the packaging and with the colors and just like with Manny's take on it. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the detail that went into putting these together, especially on the actual lipstick tube. So overall, I think this was a pretty successful video, if you ask me. I don't know what you guys think, but definitely let me know below. So on that positive note, I'm gonna zoom on out as always. I'm gonna invite you to check out more of my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, and I'm out. Deuces.